So I wanted to make this video for everybody who wants to learn how to cut their own hair. And basically, what I did was I just cut off all the bulk and I left the most important parts. So first, you trim it, you set your guideline in right there, and you use a number 2 guard, which was that purple guard. And then right after that, um, below that, right now I'm using the number 1 lever open, and I'm gonna have the numbers on the bottom of the screen anyway, so y'all can know what I'm using. Pretty simple steps, pretty fast. I don't really I like to just get to the point with stuff and just take off all the fluff and just give y'all whatever is valuable. So right here, using white guard number 1.5 with the lever open, and then I'm gonna close it. Sometimes you don't have to close it, but I don't know why sometimes you do. It just depends on the hair and the head size or head shape. I have a weird fucking head, so I guess I had to close it. So doing that. And right here, a little tip that I just started doing and it's really helping me out is on the very bottom right there, instead of using the lever all the way open, I'm using I just put it halfway, and then I go a little bit up, about 1/4 inch, a little bit more than 1/4 inch, and then I focus on blending from the trimmer to the lever open with no guard, halfway open with no guard. And because I feel like that's the hardest line to take away, fade out from the whole fade. Everything else is pretty simple, but that's the hardest part. So I feel like breaking it up into pieces like that, it makes it a lot easier to fade. So I'm just working on that right there. Make sure you brush down every time, or as much as you can, so you have a clean canvas, and you're seeing everything you're doing. So moving on to the next step, and right after that, I like to use a half guard, the gray guard. I like to put it in not all the way open, not all the way closed, right in the middle. And now I'm gonna be working on blending that line right there. And usually I just put it halfway and then I close it all the way, and it pretty much takes it off completely most of the time. Sometimes I have to go back with the lever open with no guard and just touch up, but this time around it was actually pretty easy to fade out. And this is just the system I use after I do this. I always go back and touch up the haircut. I usually spend probably 10-15 minutes on just detailing the fade and trying to get everything to look nice. I have pretty thin hair, so I kind of have to do a low fade, because if I do a high fade, I look like I have. If I do a mid fade, I look like I have a high fade. It's fucking weird. It sucks, but it is what it is. So I do a low fade, not a low fade. I guess it's more like a drop fade on myself, just so it won't look too high, and it looks kind of like a mid fade. Not gonna lie, on me, since my hair is pretty thin. And right here, I'm just working, detailing all the little dark spots and shit. There ain't no magic to it. I'm nobody special, and this is why I'm doing this video, because anybody can do this. And with the self-cut system that I'm using right now, it makes it fucking easy, bro. I used to take about an hour cutting hair. Now I can take 30 minutes, because it's so easy for me to just see everything. So that was pretty much it, the fading process. After that, I detail it, and this is just me taking off. This is more for Instagram content, but I have it on here just so you can see my transformation. And I was already kind of already needed a haircut. I had like 3 weeks, and with this whole fucking quarantine shit, I was like, you know what, I would just grow my hair out and I'm not gonna cut it. And then I thought of an idea, and I was like, man, I need to start doing some content, and I want to help people out. So I thought of what like better way to do it than just teaching y'all how to actually cut your own hair. That way you ain't gotta rely on a barber, and you learn a new skill, and you save yourself some money. So that's why I tell you, if you invest in yourself, it's gonna pay back tenfold. Like this mirror that I have, the self-cut system mirror, is fucking badass because one, you can see yourself from all angles, and two, you don't have to be a barber, or you don't really have to be that experienced to actually know how to cut your hair. And three, because they have their own app where if you don't even know, like if you don't know how to cut your own hair, they actually have an app, self-cut system app, where you can they have tutorials for everyone, like this one, but like more professional, I guess, and not just one haircut, like every type of haircut. And you can learn literally how to cut your own hair, and like you can get it right the first time, like I've seen it. So I'm gonna have a link down below if y'all want to purchase that with a code, so you can get a discount. All right, I will see you guys later. Peace.